All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Today it's going to be day three of New Year's weekend, right? So we're gonna be hitting back and buys, but right now I'm going to be showing y'all my meals that I've been eating. So I already ate breakfast. It's lunchtime, but I'm going to be showing y'all what I eat for lunch and dinner. So as you can see right here, green beans, there's all my beef, rice, chicken, bell peppers. So what I'm going to be doing is measuring all this, right? With the scale. I'm going to be measuring it all, 5 ounces for 7 days. So yeah, beef, rice, green beans, chicken, rice, bell peppers. Both gonna be 5 ounces each. Rice about 1/4 a cup, and green beans and bell peppers just kind of spread it out evenly. But I don't want to record myself doing all that because it's probably gonna take a while. Maybe I'll show the end result, but me actually doing that, yeah, I'm not gonna record myself doing all that because I still gotta cut everything up and separate it all out, right? For 14 meals that are gonna last 7 days. But after this, get changed, taking some pre-workout, and then I'm gonna head out to the gym, hit some back and buys. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, this is the fun part that nobody talks about. But yeah, we have everything nice and laid out. This is what I'm gonna be eating for the week. Got my dinner, got my lunch. That's my weekly intake, give or take, right? 5 ounces chicken, 5 ounces beef, 1/4 cup rice, green beans for the beef, and bell peppers for the chicken. Season my chicken overnight and put seasoning on the beef as well. Can't go wrong with any type of seasoning, right? Never heard anybody say that's too much seasoning. You always hear they didn't season that right. But yeah, that's basically going through this fast because next we got the gym. Let's get it. Just made it to the gym. Just parked up. Not gonna lie to y'all, today's one of them days where I'm just not feeling it. Like, I'm feeling real tired. You know, I don't really got that excitement, that motivation, I guess. But we're still here. Still gonna, get a good one in. It's just, we have these days where we're just tired, I guess. I don't know. It seems more often than not, These days just always tired, don't have time to do anything. But we got to force ourselves to keep moving forward, right? Keep progressing. That kind of sucks, using that word, force ourselves, right? But that's just life, I guess. Forcing ourselves to do things that we don't want to so we can do the things that we do want to. So we just got to keep grinding, keep it up. Everything will align up eventually, right? But if you quit, it won't. Even if it doesn't line up eventually, bro, at least you gave your all to something. So that's what we're doing. Go in there. I don't know if I'll be talking too much inside the gym. like I said, I'm already kind of feeling out of it. Recording's another thing, but we're gonna get to it, man.
The sooner you understand this, the stronger you become. The world doesn't care about you. Not your pain, not your effort, not your dreams. You bleed, you break, you scream, and it keeps moving. No one pauses to pick you up. No one listens long enough to understand. And that's when you realize care is a luxury for the weak. You stop asking for fairness. You stop waiting for compassion. You stop hoping for a miracle. You start adapting. You start surviving. You start cutting off anything that slows you down. That's how killers are born, not out of hatred, but out of necessity. When you've been disappointed enough times, you stop expecting anything. You start to see the truth. Everyone's just trying to eat. Everyone's just trying to win. And no one's losing sleep over you. So you stop caring. Not out of bitterness, out of power. Because when you stop caring, you become untouchable. You stop reacting to the noise. You stop chasing validation. You stop bleeding for people who never bleed for you. You start to move like a shadow, silent, focused, lethal. You don't explain your pain anymore. You weaponize it. You don't run from loss. You turn it on into instinct. You don't beg for understanding. You build results. And let them doubt you. Let them call you cold, emotionless, heartless. They don't understand what it takes to stay alive in a world that's already forgotten you. They don't know what it's like to walk through betrayal with your head still high. They don't know what it's like to bury your empathy just to keep breathing. But you do. You've learned how to keep moving with holes in your soul. You've learned how to stay calm when everything else burns. You've learned that silence is deadlier than rage, because silence doesn't need to prove itself. Silence watches, learns, waits, and then strikes with precision. You want to survive? Stop playing by the rules. Stop expecting mercy. Stop thinking the world owes you balance. It doesn't. You owe yourself discipline. You owe yourself control. You owe yourself vengeance through growth. Detach from the noise. Detach from emotion. Detach from the illusion of being saved. Because the moment you stop caring, you start seeing everything clearly. You start hearing what others ignore. You start becoming the storm they thought they could handle. You don't need love to move. You don't need peace to grow. You don't need hope to fight. All you need is control, cold, precise, absolute control. That's power not given, not asked for taken. So let the world keep spinning. Let it forget you. Let it underestimate you. Because when you come back, you won't come for approval. You'll come for dominance. You'll come to remind them the moment you stopped caring was the moment you became unstoppable. Let's make one thing clear. The world doesn't care about you. It never did. And it never will. You can cry, you can scream, you can beg, but the world won't stop spinning. It doesn't slow down for your pain. It doesn't mourn your failure. It doesn't clap when you survive. You think that's cruel? It's not. It's reality. And the sooner you accept it, the stronger you become. Because the truth is simple. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to fix your life. No one's coming to understand the weight you carry. The world will watch you burn and call it entertainment. It'll feed on your weakness and pretend it's compassion. It'll destroy you with indifference, not because it hates you, but because it simply doesn't care. And that's where your power begins. when you stop caring, too. You see, weakness comes from attachment. You care too much about how they see you. You care too much about who believes in you. You care too much about being understood, being accepted, being liked. That's what breaks you. That's what makes you fragile. Because when your worth depends on attention, you'll starve the moment they look away. You want freedom? Then detach. Detach from the need to please. Detach from the need to be loved. Detach from the illusion that people owe you respect. No one owes you anything. Not loyalty. Not honesty. Not kindness. And the day you accept that you stop being controlled by it, you stop bleeding for people who wouldn't bleed for you. You stop explaining your pain to those who enjoy watching it. You stop letting emotions make decisions for you. That's the moment you evolve from being a victim of the world to being a weapon inside it. You learn to move in silence. You learn to smile less, talk less, feel less. You start reading people, not trusting them. You start acting with precision, not passion. You become efficient, ruthless, controlled. Not cold because you hate, but cold because you understand. Understanding changes everything. Once you understand how people really are, how easily they lie, how quickly they switch, you stop expecting loyalty from ghosts. You stop expecting fairness from predators. You stop expecting peace in a war zone. And instead, you start focusing on the only thing that's real yourself. Discipline becomes your armor. Pain becomes your teacher. Silence becomes your strategy. You stop reacting to every word thrown your way. You stop chasing after temporary comfort. You stop craving approval from cowards. Because approval doesn't feed the strong. Pressure does. Pressure reveals who you are. Pressure strips away illusion. Pressure exposes truth. And that's what this world is, one long pressure test. Every day it's asking you one question. How much can you take before you break? Most people fold. They whine, they cry, they play the victim. They want sympathy, not strength. They want comfort, not growth. But you have to be different. You have to become the kind of person who thrives in pain, who welcomes pressure, who sees suffering and smiles back. Because pain is proof. Proof that you're alive. Proof that you're still fighting. Proof that you haven't turned soft like the rest. When you stop caring, you stop flinching. You stop hesitating. You stop holding back. You become dangerous, and not because you hurt people, but because nothing can hurt you anymore. You've seen betrayal. You've swallowed disappointment. You've felt the sting of being ignored. And now, you're numb to it. That's strength most will never know. To walk through fire and never ask for water. You become the storm. Not loud, not dramatic, but inevitable. Every move calculated. Every word deliberate. Every emotion locked away until it's useful. That's how predators survive. That's how survivors evolve. That's how warriors stay undefeated. The weak call it heartless. The strong call it control. Because emotion, when misplaced, destroys focus. And focus is everything. Control your mind, and you control the battlefield. Stop reacting. Start observing. Start calculating. Let them waste their energy trying to provoke you. Let them think you're detached, unfeeling, dead inside. Because while they're busy trying to feel something, you're busy building something. You're becoming untouchable. A ghost in a world full of noise. There's peace in not caring. There's clarity in detachment. And there's power in silence. The world will never reward your kindness. It only respects your strength. It doesn't fear tears, it fears composure. It doesn't respect words, it respects results. So stop trying to be understood. Start being undeniable. Stop hoping they'll notice your effort. Start making them fear your consistency. You don't need validation, gee. You need vengeance in the form of growth. You don't need recognition. You need results that speak louder than your pain. You don't need love from the world, you need loyalty from yourself. Every time you get hurt, you're being given two choices: break or build. Break and stay soft, emotional, weak. Or build and become something that can't be broken again. And that's what strength really is, not muscles, not ego, not dominance. It's silence. It's control. It's the ability to take pain and turn it into precision. When you reach that level, you don't react. You don't chase. You don't beg. You don't explain. You just move. Quietly, efficiently, powerfully. You make your existence undeniable and your silence unforgettable. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate. Because while they're busy wasting energy on noise, you're becoming a weapon. They'll never see you coming. They'll never understand how you endured so much pain and never broke. They'll never realize that the reason you're unstoppable is because you stopped caring about everything that doesn't matter.
Alright guys, that's it for today. Half fell off, but pretty good pump. Gonna end it here. Not that much people half fell off. That's how crazy it went. Hope you have a good New Year. Thanks for staying to the end. Be ready for more.